POV your Germany during World War II by one of my favorites, 3D Countryballs animations. So I love this beginning part because it's kind of like a video game. We can choose different nations during World War II, also with the original World War II borders. Okay, so we are obviously choosing Germany, the Third Reich. Let's see what this is like. Loading screen, okay. Is this going to be, oh wow, this looks really realistic. What is that graph in the background? Value of the, what? Value of the gold mark. Oh, this is a reference to the Weimar Republic and inflation, and then that obviously led to the Third Reich eventually. I like the pool table because obviously Countryballs are similar to a pool table in a way. Okay, it's time for the dubstep, I think, or the electronic music. Oh, I've seen this before. Oh, what GIF is this again? POV your Germany. This is a meme already. Yeah, it's this guy like beating up people and doing parkour at the same time with flags basically representing all the countries. However, this is obviously the Country-Ball version of that. I like how it was accurate that we did see an Austrian flag first and then maybe Czechia, no entry. Poland gets smashed. A British dude right here on the subway for some reason. Oh, with all of the... with all the British colonies, this really was how it was for a second, because yeah, obviously the UK had a massive gang of people to call upon when they were the only ones fighting Germany in Europe. That's what made that propaganda poster so funny at the time. I mean, they weren't exactly alone. Alright, so Germany's definitely gonna have to run from this, especially British Raj leading the charge. They had, USA, definitely get out of there. Here's France, they're definitely gonna smack the crap out of... France wasn't even prepared. Yeah, they are out. Here is Germany going through the lowlands and moving westward. Obviously, they're going to win everything there. So that's why they're physically shooting these guys. Did they take out Poland? Oh, they're going to take out Denmark, of course, and Norway. What car did they just jump over? Who is in the car again? It's been a minute. Oh, was that the Soviet Union? They were probably the ones that were driving. And here's the endgame screen. That was literally Dark Souls level difficulty, which, I mean, it makes sense. It was like Germany woke up one morning and said, what if we declare war on everybody? Almost, pretty much. Again, please go subscribe. Countries now versus then. Starting with an interesting one, Uzbekistan with the Timurids. Do they claim the Timurids? But yeah, do not sleep on the great empire of Timmy. Also really like their flag. We have Turkey with the Ottoman Empire, very big. I also love the track, Cheapy Cheapy. I feel like I listen to the 10-hour version of this song every single day. So remember, this is now versus then, so yeah, the USA was smaller. These aren't necessarily countries that just became bigger. It's kind of a rise and fall sort of video. So the US was smaller then. I like they included the Louisiana Purchase with like, was that like a belch sound effect? India with the Mauryan Empire. The different sound effects make this so much better. The UK with, is this the UK now with all split up? What about Wales? The British Empire, Ireland, obviously Ireland's gone, and yeah, okay, basically, boom, boom, boom. England, Pakistan, I didn't even see the difference between Pakistan. Oh, I did, I'm so sorry. I should have known that. Then is when Pakistan had Bangladesh, or what was known as East Pakistan. Russia, Soviet Union, Italy. That is cool animation. And then with the sound effect changing, the slap, which is the division between Western Rome and Eastern Rome. Obviously, the West was going to fall. France, with the French Empire, Napoleon, Ban Ching, Bing Chilling. Perfect sound effect for that. Don't. I was going to say, don't show the no-no symbol. It's funny to see all the different nations that mostly grew then, but there were some, obviously, nations that were smaller back then. Again, this was Countries Now versus Then by GeoGravity. Please go subscribe. Countries scaled by life expectancy by PWA. Oh, no. Okay, this one's going to be interesting. We're starting off with Afghanistan. So the U.S. does not have very good life expectancy. Okay, I need to narrate this before I get into my explanation. Unfortunately, life expectancy, or average lifespan, South Korea, wait, South Africa, sorry. What did Afghanistan say? Guys, what are we scaling by? Oh, unfortunately, does South Africa not have the greatest life expectancy? Obviously, Afghanistan is the lowest on the list, if I'm correct. In the world, they have the lowest life. Isn't it like 39? Something really bad. Obviously, these charts are changing yearly, but Afghanistan at this point was only around 40. Yeah, the lowest. Yeah, only, 53 years. Again, it's always changing, and there's different ways you can calculate this data. That's awful. Mine is, yeah, Afghanistan might not be the lowest, while South Africa is only 65. I mean, again, there are people that live above that and below that. You have to think about the people that are oofing way before that number and they're really pulling down that average. So technically, that's where things, I mean, because if you die really young, like teenagers, then yeah. Dude, what? You're talking about people oofing, says Japan. Sweetie, every government's main job is to oof as many people as possible, says the USA. I mean, to create war. What? I mean, to bring freedom to other countries. Democracy, my average life expectancy is 78 years old, which is actually not, isn't that younger than your current president? Yes, that's, we've been saying that. So my average life expectancy is 84. Yeah, we are not nowhere close. I think, I don't see South Korea in this image, but South Korea is up there for sure. It helps when your country has less population. You're cheating, living in the future anyways. I guess that's what, because Japan is the nation of the rising sun. There's a reason why we say that. They start every new day, basically. They're living in the future. It's just a figure of speech. Don't play dumb with me, kid. I know how time dilation works. Dilation works? Did it? Okay. My average lifespan is 86 years old. I just did a thing about this. Poland. I'm Singapore. I don't look anything like Poland. I was gonna say, I was confused. I mean, yeah. What about the last one? You guys are so mean. Do you guys even know my capital city? Do you know? Dude, I don't even know your capital. I thought USA was gonna say, I don't even know who that guy is. I don't think the US knows who Singapore is. Guys, my capital is Singapore. Your capital is Singapore? Thank you for putting that in the video because I was about to look it up and waste a bunch of time. No, it's true. Mexico is the same. Mexico's capital is Mexico? It's Mexico City. Yes. Wow, the US actually knows that. But yeah, my average lifespan is 89 years old. That's the highest in the world. That's Indonesia? Oh, that's Monaco. What? No, that's clearly Indonesia. I'm Monaco. Oh my goodness, I was almost this American country ball. Luckily, I fixed it. I feel like I would need to delete my channel right here instantly if I fell for that. Same thing, Monaco, Indonesia, whatever. Any fun fact that you'd like to share? Well, despite being #1 in the world, that's actually a massive gap between life expectancy of men and women here. Really? Men are expected to live for 85 years and women are expected to live for 93. Almost an 8-year difference. That is a huge gap. Usually it's only like 2 to 3 years. I wonder why. Womaco? Yes. Surprised that... Did I know it was Monaco? I actually thought they were all from Asia. Well, most of them are. We have Japan, Macau, Hong Kong, and then, yeah, Monaco. That's averaging out both sexes, though, so sometimes the numbers are different. Liechtenstein and Switzerland are also up there. Again, that was by PWA. Please go subscribe. I'm excited about this one. World Organizations. Starting with BRICS. I love this animation. It is so good. So we're first talking about BRICS, but they're kind of like planet balls. You can see the different countries that revolve around the organizations. So obviously in the case of BRICS, they have Russia, Brazil, India, South Africa, China, and they're basically like, they're kind of like they're moons, I guess, revolving around a planet, or maybe they're the sun. We have ASEAN, 10 members. This is Asia, Southeast Asia, so there's Laos, there's Thailand, there's the Philippines, there's Myanmar, a bunch of places in this. Singapore too. There's EU with 27 members in this organization. I don't know who's going to be #1. Who's going to be #1? It could be the African Union because they have over 50. But I feel like I'm forgetting one. There's NATO with 31 members. So here's all the NATO members. Wow, yeah, that's a really big galaxy. Slovakia, Slovenia, Latvia. I mean, you can't even really see all the flags here. Here's the African Union, 55 members technically. Wow, that is actually a little bit more than I thought. And then OIC. Oh, is this the Organization of Islamic Cooperation? This says they have 57 members. And I actually don't hear enough about this, man. They're pretty spread across the globe. But this video is still going. That means that there's an even bigger... Oh, the UN, 193 members. I would have never guessed that one. Okay, yeah, that's a massive galaxy filled with people. Holy crap, it continues to go back. This has got to be the last one. Okay, yeah, it's literally the UN. Until we have aliens in their nations, I don't think we're going to pass the UN. Unless you, unofficially recognized UN states. This was such a revolutionary new type of country ball animation. I've never seen this. They're merging with planet balls at this point. I was hoping we'd see the Latin Union in that video. This is an international organization of 35 nations whose official or national languages are Romance. So obviously that includes any place that speaks Spanish, Portuguese, French, Italian, or Romanian. In a way, Canada should be in this union since they've got Quebec. Such a creative animation. That was awesome. Evolution of Warfare by Scorpio. Bro, I'm literally just a what? Remnants of a past civilization. I cannot comprehend your Doge Boga issues. Your Ooga Booga issues, I see. Okay, we're going back to caveman stuff. Okay, well, we're gonna see the evolution of warfare because I'm sure it was just sticks and rocks, really. Isn't that how they say humans started to get the upper hand on the animal kingdom? We were able to throw rocks at things. It could be as simple as that. I mean, look at all the sports we have about throwing. Baseball, football. I mean, humans could throw those things hard and fast. Okay, we have the Egyptian cat, Doge face, the chariot, that's their top of the warfare there. Obviously the Romans really, we briefly just saw the Greeks and the Spartans specifically. I believe these are the Spartans, pretty scary. So the warfare is going to get crazier and crazier. We're obviously going to end up with nukes probably at the very end. More and more as we have Roman legions building their, I love the famous Roman statues. Roman legions here walking on through, bringing their legions, doing their proper, what is that called again when they are like form a formation and it's like impenetrable? I always think of this video whenever I think, I mean, even the kids were able to do it. Okay, we have obviously more horses, cavalry, that becoming a bigger part of warfare, which is kind of interesting how horses kind of dipped in and out of technology. Oh, trebuchets in the background. Archery. Are you charging your cavalry against Swiss pikemen? Oh yeah, then they started figuring out, wait a second, really long sticks are the most OP. Well, until we figured out guns. Gunpowder will eventually freaking cringe, bro. Yeah, I want to be one of these guys. We have the Aztecs with just really swole doges. That is a Spanish conquistador going to do some weird things in the Americas. There was a reason the Spanish Empire were able to gain this much in this territory. They used different strats than the other Europeans. Okay, we have the French, obviously, with Napoleon, probably being led by Napoleon. Here we have musket men kind of standing in a line, you know, and you have to recharge that, reload it. World War I, gas, spicy wind, basically. Now aircraft started to get introduced. Also the first tanks, propaganda waifus right here. I love that one. That's my favorite. Some of the first, we have the Red Baron. Maybe that's going to show up because it was one of the first, especially during World War I. This is looking like we're getting more into anti-air artillery, better tanks. There's Beard. I think in World War II now, that's definitely some Panzers moving through. This is Vietnam, I believe. Yeah, helicopter warfare become huge during Vietnam. Play of the game drones as an unfunny. Oh yeah, drones are now very popular. Forgot about that one. Maybe we won't talk about nukes. Yeah, so people just run away from robotics that are dropping things. And then here's the future when we're on the moon, nuking the moon. Also, Zhang Zena from China, I should say. And now we continue to fight the aliens. Is that like a Halo weapon? I forgot what weapon that is, but yeah, I do want that spiker. Bam. Do I want to say I want to see the future of warfare? I think I don't, but I don't think we have a choice. Please go subscribe, as always. This is my favorite videos. The Carlson Putin interview be like by Master of Rawfulness.
As far as I understand.
So this is...
Yes.
This is how Putin starts him off.
So if you don't mind,
give me 30 seconds.
I will take only 30 seconds or
real
1
quick
minute to give you a short reference to history for giving you a little historical
and we're literally
background.
going to have
the Russian state started gathering itself as a centralized statehood.
I love the music.
In 862.
Is this Europa
when
Universalis?
The townspeople of Novgorod invited
I forget the music.
Prince Rurik from
CK2?
Scandinavia to reign. So Russia began to develop with two centers of power, Kiev and Novgorod.
Okay.
The great grandson
we literally
of Rurik
have
baptized Russia, Batuhan came
old
to
images,
plundered and ruined nearly all the cities. It was even called the Lithuanian-Russian Duchy. So the Poles were trying to, in every possible way, to colonize this part of the Russian lands.
Black Russia?
I'll give you these documents.
In Cyrillic?
It doesn't sound like you're inventing it.
Before World War I, Austrian general staff relied on the ideas of Ukrainianization.
Tucker should have just made the interview like
Still,
this.
they collaborated with Hitler and engaged together in the partition.
It was literally his face for like 30 minutes.
Why wouldn't you just take
He just wanted to get the conversation
out. President 24 years ago. You have nuclear weapons, they don't. If it's actually your land, why did you wait so long?
Sure.
I'll tell you.
Just a little bit more.
This briefing is coming to an end. It might be boring, but it explains many things.
I just don't know how it's relevant.
The USSR, I have read some archived documents, behaved very honestly. Outcome of the Russo-Turkish Wars, they were called New Russia or Novorossiya. So Romania and Hungary had some of their lands taken away and given to the Soviet
Here are
Ukraine.
all the...
Have you told Viktor Orban that he can have part of Ukraine?
That was a funny moment.
Never. Somewhere in the early 80s, I went on a road trip in a car.
You explained at great length that you felt a physical threat from the West in NATO, including potentially a nuclear threat, and that's what got you to move. Is that a fair...
I really wish Putin actually drives that car.
I understand that my long speeches probably fall outside of the genre of the interview.
You think?
That is why I asked you at the beginning.
I think it's confirmed that Putin is He's been playing some Paradox games, that's for sure.
Are we going to have a serious talk or a show? You said a serious talk.
He's a little out of his league.
Bear with me, please.
He can't do it.
We're coming to the point where the Soviet Ukraine was established.
Thanks for the money.
He's tired. Wow. Awesome. Love Master of Raffleness. Please go subscribe and loving these videos. And thank you to the patrons. Go to the link in the description down below to patreon.com to support me. JohnDenver, Jack Traven's annoying friend. I can't sleep without Drew's voice. InquisitorXarius, Henrik Hedlund,
Fredrik Tibblin,
Drew, it's your dad back with the DaBeautiful-MEGAN-Underwood,
Carmel
Amateur Archaeology,
RyeThePie,
Sebby, if you hear this, I love you,
Mexican 760,
LuxembourgLover, Tambre, and ZaneyBoi.